Okay, so welcome back. We're going to work through the answers and explanation here on Strategy 3, Capitalization and Spelling Rules. Again, if you have not completed the work that goes along with this lesson, please do so before we go over the answers. Give it your best try, and then I'll be back here to walk through it with you when you're done. And so for number one in guided practice, we're looking for words that need to be capitalized and to provide a reason for it. So our first one is Maxine, and we actually have two reasons for it. First of all, it's a proper noun, her name, but it's also the first word of the sentence. Georgia is a state name, proper noun, so we need to capitalize that. However is the first word in the sentence. I think I missed Lacey. Lacey should be capitalized too, capital L, because it's a name, proper name. And then South Carolina as well as proper noun. State name, just like Georgia, both of the words are capitalized. Okay, so 2 through 4. Vermont should be capitalized. Spring should not be. In number 3, Danish should be. High as part of high school should not be. Number 4, Mr. Roberts. So Roberts needs to be capitalized, proper name, and actually the month of April as well, but flu is not a proper noun, the flu. So we will scratch that out, not needing capital letters. Okay, number 5, which sentence uses correct capitalization? It's D. We have United Nations capitalized correctly along with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Note that we have the preposition not capitalized. That's part of it as well. Looks like in A, B, and C, we have things that are incorrectly capitalized, like city in New York City should be, Americans and African Americans should be, president in this context should not be. Okay, 6. Which sentence is written correctly? And it's D. A team of researchers departed for the North Pole this afternoon. North Pole, proper name, needs to be capitalized. Court in A is not holiday, and B is not chief of police, not capitalized in this case because it's just a general chief of police. And then in number 7, it's A. Louisa was born in Ohio. We have the state of Ohio capitalized along with Louisa's name. In B, we don't need junior capitalized, but we do need college. In C, we need street capitalized. In D, we would need English capitalized because it's a language or refers to a nationality, but actually not chemistry because it's just a subject in school that doesn't refer to a nationality. All right, as we move past that page, we'll move on to whether we put titles in italics or quotation marks. So in our guided practice, we needed to circle the title that needs quotation marks and underline the one that's italicized. The Lottery is the short story, so quotation marks. The New Yorker is the title of the magazine, so italics. Okay, number 10, looks like we're doing the same thing. Let's see here. In 9, treatment should be in quotation marks because it's a chapter. The title of the book should be italicized. In 10, Fahrenheit 451 is one of Bradbury's most famous novels, so it should be in italics. But a short story, A Sound of Thunder, should be in quotation marks. And then in 11, actually, both of these should be italicized because we're dealing with a collection of short stories. So in other words, a long work called In Our Time, italics. And then the title of a newspaper, of course, is also in italics, New York Times. In 12, we had 2 correct answers. Which ones are written in the correct style and format? The Jungle, italics, it's a novel. We do not put the author's name in italics. And then Go Tell It on the Mountain, also a novel, is italicized as well. Okay, in 13, A is the correct format of the color purple. It's a novel, so we put it in italics. We would put a comma after the title if we wanted to give a byline and then the author's name, as we've done here. But again, don't italicize the author's name, don't put the author's name in quotation marks. And in 14, we're looking for the one that's written incorrectly. So it's C. Rick is reading the novel keyword like water for chocolate. This should be in italics. It's a long work. It's a novel. If it were a short story, quotation marks would work. Okay, moving to our last page here, we're working with spelling. So with tomorrow, we need two R's here. With speech, it's double E, not EA. And in library, they were missing the R, the first R. Okay, 16 through 18, of course, on the previous page, you had the word list to compare the spellings to. But in 16, it's accommodate with two C's and two M's. The second one doesn't have the two M's that are part of the spelling. Okay, in 17, it's grammar with an AR, not an ER. And in 18, schedule, we need the SCH that forms the first sound. Some fancy people pronounce this schedule. I've always heard it pronounced schedule, and maybe that helps you not mix up the spelling because you pronounce that C in there. Okay, three more to look at. In 19, which sentence is written correctly? And it's A, Tim bought that nice jacket to wear for special occasions. B, C, and D have misspellings in there. 20, which sentence is not written correctly? And it's here, and it's not pronunciation as they've given us here, but pronunciation. This second O is incorrect, shouldn't be there. And lastly, 21, which sentence is written correctly? And C has the correct spelling of occurrence, unlike A, privileges misspelled, B, schedules misspelled, and D, appearance misspelled. But that finishes the review of this particular lesson. It wasn't a long one, even though there were many pages to work through. But certainly make sure that you're solid on this before you move to the next lesson in Strategy 4. All right, have a good one, and I will see you next time.